What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Billy here, but everybody knows my real name is Chris. You can call me either or. Doesn't matter to me. I appreciate both. So let's just get right into today's little segment. So here we have our sister. I know people Wendy Williams has done and said some not so good things, but my people, I'm a different type of theorist. Theorists and spiritual beings like myself and others who I've spoken to, we feel very easily. We're very empathetic, but we're not empathetic to the wrong people. And though someone may say, this is not someone you should be empathetic with, I would beg to differ in my opinion because one reason why is this. She has a son and he's her only child. I've stated this before. I'm an only child on my mother's side. So I can only imagine what it's like because I can say, for example, I worked in the same workplace with my mother and I hear rumors about her all the time. I hear people tearing her down. And though, like I said, Wendy Williams has done the exact same thing, I still feel for him and her because all you have when you start to get older and you start to realize in your appreciation for your mother, especially your black mother, all that she has sacrificed, all that she has went without so we could have, even in our 20s. We don't even realize they're still sacrificing things for us just in case, emergencies. We really don't know what black women go through in this world to raise black sons. So I'm not going to take that away from her. Okay. And for the past 2 to 3 years, Wendy Williams has been the butt of Hollywood jokes. And I want to tell y'all something. Hollywood, Hollyweird, that place that people go for fame and fortune to have your name in lights, they go to college. Wendy Williams is an educated woman, an educated black woman. She went to college for radio, and you see, she made it. But I guarantee you, my people, Wendy Williams is actually from the hood. She was one. She didn't know what she was getting herself into, how deeply these rituals were going to have to be played in, how deep, how far you're going to have to go to keep your name in lights. But they don't realize the devil, when he brings you your blessing, you're going to have to pay him back with your essence, your soul, and blood. A lot of our black sisters are not remembering who controls this world. Okay? And the reason why I'm showing this photo, because this photo right here, my people, and I've done a breakdown on Wendy already. Go check it out if you haven't. And this is going to be a little different because my opinion is changing on the situation as I keep seeing photos show up on my timeline, on my feed and different things. When you search stuff up, the algorithm starts pushing different things in front of you. So I wanted to do a little bit more digging on Wendy. And this photo right here, what do I tell you guys to pay attention to all the time? Colors. Colors activate the chakras. Colors activate your gland, your third eye. So when you see certain colors on these celebrities and even in your day-to-day life, know that means something. Know when you see numerology that means something, not just with quote unquote conspiracy and me tying this stuff into these people. No, it's spiritual. Everything we touch in this world, numbers, colors, everything is spiritual. Okay? We're on a spiritual journey, all trying to get to one place, the higher power, the higher heavens. So this photo, you see the Wendy logo. What color is this Wendy logo? Purple. We know purple stands for, and I want to tell y'all this. Black people, my melanated kings and queens, the powers that be, they know how royal we are and were before they came and brought us here and took over. Our ancestors, they were kings and queens. They had their own. And even in the Jim Crow laws, when those laws started taking they started taking, excuse me, I'm getting flustered now. But when those laws took place and we were brought here, Black people still had their own land at a point in time. I've done a lot of research. I told y'all I'm coming with a lot of different breakdowns because we can't just focus on the celebrities because, like I say, they use the powers that be, use celebrities to give us the message, but it goes deeper than that. Okay? And royalty, purple is a royal color. And if you notice, they always tend to put that color purple on black celebrities. And that's because our bloodline came from royalty. Maybe not everybody, but why do you think they always want to dress up a celebrity puppet in purple, or put something purple around their name, their logo? Purple will show up around them. Is because our bloodline is royal. They know how powerful we are. And for 400 plus years, the enslavement narrative that they want us to keep believing, and they're going to throw things like the color purple in front of you, and they know, okay, the average person, as they would say, the average Negro is not going to look it up because they already know they don't like reading. They don't like knowledge. They don't like studying. All we give them is entertainment, sex, drugs, and anything that's not going to keep them elevated. We know this to be factual. So Wendy Williams, when you see her logo in the color purple, they were already letting us know that she will be an industry sacrifice eventually. And I'm saying she because I'm being respectful, but I'm going to get into that part of the video. I want to stay on this photo for a second. So you see the purple, right? What other color do you see, my people? Orange. Orange is a Freemasonic color. Orange 33. So this should let you know, and I brought this photo right here, the orange 33, because we know 33rd degree Masons, that's one, if not the highest degree of Freemasonry that you can be involved in. So here we see that Wendy Williams is controlled by the Masons. I told y'all the media, that's controlled by Masons. In order for black talent, black gifts to be shown on national TV, is going to have to be stripped and rebranded through the Masons, through the Jewish people. They always want to whitewash a gift. That's why I go light on my black women, but at the same time, I do feel a way because I'm like, why are you running to a system who never cared about us? If the same people you're going to go work with had us enslaved for 400 plus years, I mean, come on. What are you showing me as a you know what's funny, y'all? I didn't even really realize what I'm doing is still, because one of my majors is going to be journalism. I didn't really realize that I'm practically preparing myself for my journalism career. I plan to take my career in political science, law, and journalism to the next level, baby. And it will not go through the system. I don't care how I have to use it. See, we can't keep being afraid, my people, to speak. We have to start speaking. And as long as I have a voice, I will speak. Can't nobody say anything. That's one thing Wendy Williams has taught us. Oh, baby, I'm going to say what I want to say, and who going to check me? And what background is in the back of her? It's given a grayish undertone. Believe it or not, they use that color gray too in Freemasonry. But it's white, right? You see it white, like a whitish grayish. White and gray, Freemasonic colors. They have been letting us know that she's going to be sacrificed in many ways. And I want to show you guys something that I saw, because Jason Lee, I've seen him before always praising her, but I'm like, blood is on Jason Lee's hands. Take a look at this for me, my people. This photo right here with Jason Lee and Wendy Williams is from the Met Gala After Party 2022. I believe this was Jason Lee's party. Hollywood parties, celebrity parties are just rituals. Rituals are done in the background. And again, my people, the colors, they never show up for just any reason. Gold. You see the gold pillars in the back, those gold, well, I believe those are attached to mirrors behind them. And celebrities, they use mirrors. I believe that's an Aleister Crowley ritual they do to call on different energy, to call on spirits, to for before celebrities go and perform on stage. For example, like the Grammys, I've heard stories about they use the mirror. It's like a mirror chamber or something, and different things possess their bodies for them to go and perform. You see the mirrors in the back. These photos leave us a million messages. You see what colors show up on Wendy Williams and Jason Lee. And that's why I'm telling you, my people, they stand beside people who know about the rituals that they're going to have to do. Jason Lee, he a rabbit hole in himself. I'm not going to go too deep in him because I got words for him. I really do. But what colors? Red and black. You see it. And though I believe this is not the real Wendy Williams, I believe she's already been sacrificed. And that's why I feel for her son, because he can't speak. Do you know what will happen to you, my people, if you speak out? You will become a sacrifice. And just because his mother is out here, you think they won't take him out? Like I said, that's why I have a little bit of empathy for them. I'm like, I couldn't imagine my mother ran to an industry. She just wanted to make it out the hood, didn't know what was going to happen as far as, oh, okay, everybody around me now can possibly be a sacrifice in many ways. I have to go through humiliation rituals with a man who was using me for my bread. That's why you got to be careful who you laying down with, because everybody don't have your best interests. The red and the black, Jason Lee standing there with the Freemasonic crossed arms. And what we know, Masonic rituals are always done, as I explained to y'all before, inside of these parties. So with the Freemasonic crossed arms and the hands, the colors showing up, the mirrors, this should let you know that this party was one big ritual. Whew. And Wendy Williams, I believe she's not here anymore. I'm sorry to say this, my people, but again, her face now to when you look at photos from back in the day, I don't care what anybody says. I'm going to say it. She was pretty to me back in the day. She was. And she felt like she wasn't pretty, but that's because you always around men who making you feel like you nothing. That's why you have to stop dating these little hoodlums. Date men who know how to respect a woman, who was raised by a woman who can give a woman and be a shepherd. What is a shepherd? Biblically, a provider, a protector. We're not living by the biblical terms, but everybody out here saying they believe in God. And I want to say this. Everybody know what I like, but I still believe in the Most High. Just because I do something and I know stuff is wrong out here. That's why we have to start remembering who we are as black people. We don't get it. We really don't get it. And I know the tone of my voice is changing because I'm getting a little bit serious right now. Look at these other photos of them at this party. Sometimes it's the one closest to you. You think you can trust these people, these Masons. There was an incident that I was involved in on Instagram on November 2nd. I remember I will never forget it. And though I was the cause of it, because I see a brother that I went to school with involved in Masonry. And I'm like, wait, hold up. And you always be in my story watching me, but when I still had Instagram. And I'm like, something not right. Something is just not right. And I would know it. I'll explain that in another video. But I'm just saying, these Masons, you can't trust them. They know they have to give up the blood. So my thing, and I'm not reaching people, I know what I'm talking about. When y'all see these different celebrities hanging together and then something happens to them, and trust me, look at the person closest to them. Look at what they're wearing. Look at the things they say. Look at the way they communicate with this person. Look at how they praise this person. You think just because Jason Lee might be sitting there, yeah, I'm praying for Wendy Williams. No, baby, you praying on her downfall. You can't trust these people. And when Wendy Williams, when the character name actually is publicly sacrificed, he's one of the people who's going to eat off of her name. It's a lot of greed. Freemasonry is sinister, greed, rituals, a whole bunch of things that no black person really needs to be involved in. I don't care what anyone says. People like to say all of them aren't bad. I understand that. But a lot of them really don't know what they're playing in. They don't. These photos to me are just very eerie. A lot of darkness. You don't see any soul in either one of their eyes. Jason Lee is actually half black. So I'm speaking to another black fella. I believe he's black and Italian. But You hanging with Wendy Williams, a full black woman. You ain't protecting her. Again, it don't matter what you like. You a man. You better remember what's between your legs. So you would rather let the powers that be destroy a black woman's character in this way. And what do y'all see Wendy Williams holding? Again, people, these photos have messages. I'm breaking everything down today. They're standing on black flooring, right? All you see is darkness around this photo, but her purse, what does it have? The dollar sign. When somebody is sacrificed, these celebrities have life insurance policies on them. The Jewish Masons have policies on these people. So say if one of them really did pass away in a natural way, natural causes, in a car accident, the natural way, because car accidents, they know how to make people have car accidents in rituals. Whew. Told y'all, these are evil, powerful people. So that means what? Jason Lee is going to collect bread off of Wendy Williams' name once again the character name is sacrificed. I already believe she's already gone. I'm not wishing death on people, my people, but y'all have to understand something with her. It's completely night and day now. Night and day. Do y'all see her face? And I understand black women in that industry, they're running to surgeries, messing with their faces. When black women, the features of a black woman is so rare and beautiful. I don't care how wide your nose is, how big your cheeks are, your skin, the skin that you're in with God, the Most High, the goddesses have blessed you with. That's what you need to have. Okay? Look at this photo. Y'all haven't noticed that black women in the industry have been showing up looking skinny, looking frail. And Jason Lee, he's all of a sudden lost a lot of weight, but he's not rocking the blonde hair. And Wendy Williams has been rocking blonde hair for many years. That's not them just going to get the surgeries and stuff. That's a part of MK Ultra abuse, my people. Cloning abuse. Some of these people who y'all have seen who were maybe not even the biggest, but they had a little weight on them. Now their neck is looking really frail. Their cheekbones are sinking in. Their body structure has changed. That's a part of cloning abuse, MK Ultra abuse. Okay, I'm going to have a breakdown coming on that, and I'm going to use Wendy Williams probably as the first example of that. But this photo, y'all see her neck. She looks really frail. She doesn't look well. Her eyes, the soul is gone. Look at Jason Lee with the smirk. Like, it's just like, it's almost funny to these brothers. I just don't understand it. Look at this photo for me. These two photos. They are almost night and day. And again, I have to preempt this because people like to comment and say, no, she just had work done. No, my people, we're talking about a system that works against our black sisters with MK Ultra ritual abuse. MK Ultra ritual abuse and mind control. What does that mean? Rituals, that what means what? It's spiritual. So you're calling on deities, energies, and it's becoming repetitive. You have to keep going through the MK Ultra process. That's the way these elites work. That's the way this system of Hollywood works. Mind control. Their mind isn't theirs. They don't have any control of what they're doing. Take a flashback to when Wendy Williams fainted. Remember that? That's MK Ultra programming, abuse. But it was also letting people know that coronavirus was near, because what was that? The Statue of Liberty, she fainted, right? As the Statue of Liberty, that should have let people know that New York was getting ready to crumble. But that's another rabbit hole. Tools of domination for nameless religion. Oh man, this stuff is very traumatic for our sisters, okay? MK Ultra ritual abuse and mind control. What does that mean? Rituals, that what means what? It's spiritual. So you're calling on deities, energies, and it's becoming repetitive. You have to keep going through the MK Ultra process. That's the way these elites work. That's the way this system of Hollywood works. Mind control. Their mind isn't theirs. They don't have any control of what they're doing. Take a flashback to when Wendy Williams fainted. Remember that? That's MK Ultra programming, abuse. But it was also letting people know that coronavirus was near, because what was that? The Statue of Liberty. She fainted right as the Statue of Liberty. That should have let people know that New York was getting ready to crumble. But that's another rabbit hole. Tools of domination for nameless religion. Oh man, this stuff is very traumatic for our sisters, okay? So me personally, I don't believe she's just had work done. I believe she's been switched out with a man. That's how Hollywood works. They want to keep pushing the transgender agenda because what? For African Americans, our race is very potent. Our blood is potent. That's why they experiment on us. When the sisters go under MK Ultra, they're taking their blood, they're switching them out, they're cloning them, abusing them, beating them, raping them. So many things go on to this. That's why I'm preaching now. Why are y'all running to that industry? But see, they don't listen to me. No one listens to the people who say, don't go to it. Like our parents used to say, don't do something. And then they let us do it. Then what? We get burned because we didn't listen. And with these photos, her facial structure, her eyes, the bulging eyes, she said that's Graves' disease, but I personally don't believe that either, because the bulging eyes also come from MK Ultra abuse. Look this stuff up, y'all. I cannot make these things up. So y'all see, and she's also throwing up the what? A Freemasonic pose, a Freemasonic gesture. Number 6, okay? My people, though she knew what she had to do, I don't think our sisters realize, okay, now I'm too deep in and it's time to escape. And I'll say this as well. I'm going to come do a breakdown on both of her parents because she lost both of her parents. I know she lost her mom, and I believe she lost her dad as well. And y'all didn't see after those ritualistic sacrifices that she had to make, her life went into shambles even more than it already was. And I tell y'all, they take them through those rituals because though her parents are the ultimate sacrifice, baby, when you stop complying to them rules, or when the clone even, or the person, the character that's playing Wendy Williams doesn't even want to abide by those rules any longer, you better understand the ultimate sacrifice is going to have to be made. And they wanted her baby boy. The realm done bought me some things that will mess a lot of people's minds up, but I just want y'all to hear me, okay? Just listen sometimes. We don't be on here just telling y'all just to talk. No. You see, she's rocking the New York Yankees baseball outfit, the Masonic colors, blue, white, and you see she's wearing the red lipstick and a bit of red representing blood. But look at her facial structure. Don't you see, my people? A lot more woman facial structure on her at this time. Wearing the lipstick, her breasts are sitting where women breasts should be sitting. I pay attention to these things, my people. And you see the red in the background. They were letting us know that these are always rituals that are done behind the scenes. But I'm just pointing out her facial structure, more woman-like features, beautiful. I don't think she was ugly. No, let's take a look at another photo. Radio station WBLS. I believe Wendy used to work there. Look at her. Facial structure, more woman-like features, sitting next to another beautiful black woman, and she's in all black. We know what that represents. But you see how over time, the powers that be, when they start taking you under that MK Ultra abuse, they take you and do 1,000,001 things to the black sister. And why do y'all think they had us in slavery for all that time? Y'all think that MK Ultra was just bought on the internet and now we can just do the research on it? No, my people, it's been around for many, many years. I truly believe it's been an experiment, probably created somewhere in the 18, and I'm even safe to say the 1700s. I could be wrong, but there's no way that they just started experimenting on black women and black men out of nowhere. This had to be a long, lengthy process. When we were held in slavery, y'all don't think when these lynching, and especially lynchings, those are ritualistic practices. Y'all don't think that they were taking our blood, drinking our black blood because it gives them a rush, baby, saving and preserving our DNA because they want to sing like a black woman. They want to sing like a black man. They want to preach like a black man preach like a black woman preach. They want to do everything that we know how to do. They have their own gifts too. I'm not taking no credit. I mean, discrediting white people as well. People get in their feelings but I'm speaking real. Y'all don't think we were experimenting on in slavery as well? Beaten, women raped every which way? Whew. Again, woman-like features. You see, her breasts are sitting in the right position as a woman's breast should be sitting. And though her structure, her body type, but we know a lot of women are shaped that way. Yes. And she's also laying on the couch. This couch, my people, when they take pictures like that, it goes deep. I'm not going to bring that up in this video because I want to do a separate video on that, because a lot of our black sisters in that industry done sat on this couch. I'll just give you a hint. You think when they go audition and they got to sit on that casting couch in front of that Jewish white man who's in charge of that movie, that show, directing it, who's written the script, and he wants to sit in front of a black woman, a lot of things go down. White, black, and red, all Freemasonic colors. I love New York. I tell you, my people, celebrities always have previews and are always privy to what's going to happen to the hood and the community. They work beside the master. So they will always have to play in blood in order to give the people these messages. This shirt right here was a message to the people many years ago. Look at her face. I think she looks pretty right here. Makeup, earrings, woman-like features. Again, the what? The blue. The jeans are blue. I believe that coat is brown, but you will always find some color, some type of color in these photos to represent masonry, who they're showing their allegiance to. The red lipstick and the red nails, y'all, that matters. But I want to go into something else for a second. Befriend who you want to befriend. Trust who you want to trust. I'm not here to tell anybody to change anybody's thinking. But y'all really have to use your discernment, your victory, to read these photos and to know what's in front of you in day-to-day life as well. Why is it that they're never really surrounded by our people when they go to these parties? That's why I tell y'all people, they leave us a message. So the message in this photo is, we don't control none of this. And this was a radio host, a radio party premiere or something of that nature. Let me know in the comments if y'all know what this photo, what day this was. But that always I've always just found that weird, especially since I start waking up. Like, we're not anywhere to be found at a lot of these parties. But all of a sudden, when you look up these people, they're surrounded by white people. And I'm like, literally, we hold the most precious gift. And what is that, people? Our voice, our talent. Anything that we touch, black people, we can turn it into gold, premium gold, platinum. But you see, they want it to go through the system, their system. They've always treated the black woman in that industry like she wasn't anything. And don't you see, Wendy Williams is a prime example of that. When I saw this photo right here, I said, this had to be the beginning of the MK Ultra process, because she still has her woman-like features. But you see the blonde hair showing up, the all black. The trauma began around this time. It had to, or it was just now being brought to the public that, okay, now we're going to show you what I'm going through. And here we are today. This is who they're showing is Wendy Williams. I'm like, I know exactly how this Hollywood game work. Though my perspective on this situation is changing a little bit, and I now see through it, I don't believe this is the human form of Miss Wendy Williams that first came into the industry. I believe she's been cloned, and this is now a transgendered man playing a woman. Y'all have to start paying attention to body language, structure, and the way they speak. When they came out with the video and she had this same outfit on, and I believe she was walking by herself, it really gave me programming MK Ultra programming abuse vibes. She barely could say anything. She wouldn't really look in the camera. She was walking alone. I'm like, yeah, this is malfunction type of programming. Remember when Cardi B had a malfunction? I believe Nelly had a malfunction one time. A lot of these people have had malfunctions when the MK Ultra starts wearing off. So all in all, it's sad to me that a black woman had to go through this, all for some change that we can't take with us when we go to the next room. Okay? So I hope y'all enjoyed this breakdown. I hope y'all got a little bit of information from it. I'm going to be coming again. And till then, till the next Rising My People, good day. Signing off, Billy.